For problem 7, I notice that there is no distributive property. There are no like terms on the same side of the equal sign. There are not letters on both sides, so I am just going to solve the two-step equation. So I need to get rid of this minus 3 because that is the number without the letter, and I'm going to be doing it by adding it on both sides. I drop the 1/6 x down. 2 plus 3 is 5. The opposite of multiplying by 1/6 is going to be dividing by 1/6. And 5 divided by 1/6 gives me x equals 30. If you look at number 8 seems like a multi-step equation because first I'm going to have to distribute that 2.25. So 2.25 times 4 gives me 9x. 2.25 times a negative 4 is going to be a negative 9. Drop down the equal sign, and I'm going to drop down the right side of that equal sign because there's no distributing there. After distributing, you want to check to see if there are like terms. I cannot combine anything on the left, however, I can combine on the right the negative 2 plus 12. So we're going to drop the 9x minus 9 down, drop the equal sign. Negative 2 plus 12 is 10 plus 10x. The 10x just dropped down. After combining like terms, you want to see if there's letters on both sides, which there are, and I'm going to move the smaller one. So the smaller letter is 9x. I'm going to move it by subtracting it on both sides, and I get negative 9 equals 10 plus 1x. Lastly, I just want to solve the equation. So I'm going to move the number without the letter, which is the 10, by subtracting it on both sides. And I get that negative 19 equals 1x. I could divide both sides by 1, but I do not need to because this is the same as saying x equals negative 19. If you look at number 9, I do see the distributive property that I have to simplify on the left. That says 2/3 times 15, which is 10. And this is 2/3 times a 6, which is negative 4x. So it's 2/3 times a negative 6x, which is a negative 4x. And I'm going to drop down the negative 4x plus 10. There are no like terms on the same side, so I notice that there are letters on both sides. Since there's not a smaller one, I'm just going to move one to the other side. The opposite of negative is positive, so I'm going to add it. And what you notice is that they both cancel out. 10 drops down on the left, and 10 drops down on the right. Since the letters dropped off, you have to see whether or not this is a true statement, which it is. 10 is equal to 10. And so since it is true, you write the words infinite solutions.